I was wondering if it was all the people that missed their rides, right?
Yeah.
Let's stop and change direction.
At my house, about 100 people.
You're
Wow.
kidding? Today?
Yes.
Wow.
Destination.
Wow, very nice.
Up the road from.
So you have your mask on, you're
Around
welcome to wear, but if you don't
Oh,
have to, yes, I know you get used to it,
You
right?
know, it's
You
smelling
forget it
like
when it-
tuna fish. I'm thinking I wore it the other day when so I'm very happy to take it off.
Let's do some big circles. And I'm gonna bring my body forward, almost as if I'm touching the ground, dragging my fingers, pulling them super far back. Feel that chest opening up all the way forward. So now we're getting our spine involved as we do this movement here. So nice to see all these faces here. So when it gets chilly, we can move inside. The only thing is when we move inside, we'll have to keep our masks on, which makes it a little more difficult with exercising, but whatever makes us comfortable. Let's stop and change direction. I am flexible. Big circles here. And leave those hands up in the air, reach up towards the sky. Feel your chest and your belly opening up as you reach up, and pull those elbows down. We're going to pull it into either goddess or cactus. From this position, pull those elbows back. Let's look up and reach back up towards the sky. And we're going to lean over to our right. You can drop one hand. You can hang onto the chair if it feels comfortable, and extend that arm out. Nice stretch on the side of the body, and bring those arms up. Then we're back into cactus, pulling those shoulders together, looking up. Bring those arms up, and let's lean over to the left. Again, if you need to hang onto the chair to help support, you extend that arm up and bring those arms up. Let's lift up towards the sky. Turn your whole body now towards the left. Bring it forward, and let's turn to the right. Come back forward and rest those arms. Woo! All right, can you see me back there okay?
Yes.
Okay, good, good. All right, let's do our spines a little bit more with our cat-cows. I'm gonna place my hands onto my knees. I'm gonna pull my body forward, extending my chest out, looking up. I'm going to push my body back, curl, bring that head down, and let's go back and forth.
Sun feels so good.
It does feel good. And the sun is really good for us. In the morning hours, the rays are not as dangerous for the skin, but they bring in some wonderful vitamins into the body. Also helps to warm us up. Let's do two more, both directions, forward and back. Getting our spines warmed up, getting them moving. And bring your body upright. Nice. Let's lift that rib cage up. So sometimes as we sit, we settle down and our rib cage is close to our hips. We're going to lift, straightening our spine, lifting that rib cage up, and let's do some circles. Now visualize that rib cage circling around the hips. And so now we're warming up that spine just a bit more. Find a place that feels good for you to stop and change direction. One more full circle all the way around. And go ahead and straighten that spine. Continue to lift those rib cages up off the hips. Body is nice and upright, but your feet are still flat on the ground here. Pull those shoulders up towards your ears. Roll them back and drop them down. And this is our nice strong stance, or our sitting position, nice and strong right here. All right, let's get those legs warmed up. So I'm going to scoop back just so I have a little bit of a swing. Yeah, I'm going to swing those legs, feel those knees engaged just a bit here. And I'm not using my abs as much right now. Right now, I'm just swinging the legs to get the legs warmed up. And let's do some circles. You might feel some popping as that air escapes underneath the kneecap. And I'll change direction. And let's move down to the ankles. If this is difficult for you to hold up, you can let those feet rest. But right now we're going to point and flex, getting those ankles warmed up. You might hear some popping. That's me.
Yeah, you're the popper.
I'm a popper. I really dry joints. I have to do this often to get fluid inside my joints. Let's open those legs up and close them. So now I'm going side to side. You don't have to have your mask on. Nice. It's like, yay. I know. I was walking inside, totally forgot I didn't have my mask on. Sorry. And rest those feet. All right, nice. Okay. I think our bodies are nice and warmed up, ready to go. Let's open those arms up. We'll do some small circles. Let's visualize you have some heavy weights. So go ahead and make fists. Visualize that you've got some heavy kettlebells in those hands as you do these circles. Remember, the mind is powerful. The body doesn't know the difference. If you're visualizing that you've got these heavy weights, the body's going to believe that that's what you're lifting. And those muscles are going to begin to build. Let's bring those circles to medium-sized circles. And all the way up to large circles. Still holding on to those heavy weights. Visualize you're lifting them up. You feel your deltoids having to strain just a bit to lift those heavy weights. I may actually have to take my sweater off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Or stop and change direction. Now, let's open those hands up. And notice the energy shift. The energy is different now. Our hands are open wide. In Qigong, this is how we bring energy into the body. And we'll move to medium circles. And we'll move to our small circles. My energy is going a little bit faster in the small circles. And rest those arms. Whew, nice, I can feel that up here, right? Okay, let's get our arms and legs moving together. And so I'm gonna lift my hands up. I'm gonna visualize almost as if I've got a plate of food on my hands. So I've got to keep my hands flexed so that I do not drop that food. I'm gonna push it up towards the sky. As I do, I'm gonna lift one leg up and drop it down. And then we'll alternate to the other side. And let's do 10. And 10 is gonna include both the right and the left. 1, both sides. 2, 3, I love the sound. 4,
March.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And relax those arms at your side. Now we're going to bring those hands up. And as we do, we're going to lift one leg up. As those hands drop down, lift them up, the opposite foot comes up. And we'll do this for 10, almost as if you're taking off like a bird, right? You can have a little flow if you want that energy. And let's do this for a count of 10. 1, we'll do both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you flying? 9.
It
10.
is. It looks like
And I know when you see this, it's like, oh, I'm just lifting my arm. It's a workout, right?
well, we already lifted him a few other times. So
I know. When I first thought about teaching Sit Strong, I thought, oh, is this going to be challenging? But it is. It really is. Yes.
You're
All
doing
right.
more than you think. Not for wimps.
That's right.
Not for wimps. All right. So one more move, hands and legs together. I'm going to place my hands on my knees. I'm going to lift them straight up. And notice when you do so, you feel this whole body like open up. You feel those muscles engage. As we do so, we're going to lift our feet. This time, both feet are going to lift up. So I am really engaging my 4 as I do this. And we'll do this for 10. 1, back down, not too fast. 2, it's not that energy of the inertia. It's our muscles. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. Go ahead and take a deep breath in. Check in with those shoulders. I remember how we practiced lifting them up, rolling them back, and dropping them down. This is the space we want between the shoulders and the ears. Sometimes they start to lift up, right? Relax them back down. All right. I'm going to move myself up to the edge because I'm going to push across. And I like the idea of using my whole body, but however it feels comfortable for you. If you want to sit back and just push, that sounded bad, not just. If you want to sit back and push from a seated position, go ahead and keep your body up against the back so that helps support you. If you want a little more energy, bring yourself to the front of your chair, and that way your whole body will be turning. My hands are going to start at my hips. I'm going to take my right hand, shoot it across to the sky, pull it. Visualize that there's like this rope up there, maybe one of those hot air balloons, and you're going to grab that rope and pull it back down. So you're still engaging that mind, right? If we're visualizing that we've got that energy, that's what the muscles are working on. And we'll do right, left for 1 count. We'll do 10. 1, pull it down, other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's you.
It's dust.
8, 9, 10. Grab those ropes, pull them in. Good job. All right. It's hard now, right? You sneeze or you cough, you feel like you have to have something because you don't want people thinking that you're sick.
Oh, I know. I had this lady move away from me at church yesterday. I had my mask on, and I coughed a little bit. She's like, looks at me and gives me a dirty look, and then goes on the other side of the aisle. If you're that paranoid, stay
It's
home.
really funny because I'm Catholic. I didn't get up to do, I don't
take
even want to go get
The sacrament.
Yeah, the communion,
But-
whatever it is.
3 ladies came right by me and they touched me and I was like, I did. I freaked.
Did you freak out?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I did.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
No.
And actually went home and I had this vest on, sprayed it with
Oh my
Lysol.
gosh.
It is freaky.
It is. And I'm sorry for those of you on Zoom,
Oh,
you
yeah,
may not be
sorry.
able to hear the voices, but they're talking about experiences in the community. If you cough, you feel really uncomfortable, right? Because you could have a tickle and I'm holding it down because I don't want anyone to know I might cough.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Denise. I forgot about this.
That's okay. That's okay. You're fine. You're fine. All right. So we're going to move to the side, but this time instead of going across the body, we're going to turn, push, and visualize you're pushing, right? Turn to the other side and push. I'm going to do this for 10. Push. 1, both sides. 2, really push that wall. 3, push. 4, push. 5, push. 6, push. 7, 8, 9, both sides. Last one. Push that wall. Push that wall and bring those arms back. Nice. All right. So we're feeling really engaged here. Let's go ahead and find our weights. Julie's walking by. Everyone's going to say bye, Julie.
Bye, Julie.
Go ahead and find those weights. We're going to pick up our weights. If you do not want to use weights, that's fine. These exercises are excellent even without weights. You can see how much you're working out even without weights. Last week, I didn't drive here because of Balloon Fiesta, and I forgot to bring weights home, so I used water bottles. So pretty much anything that you use is fine. Let's put our hands on our knees, palms facing me. We're going to start with our bicep curls. And right now, my palms are open. I'm going to curl those fingers around, and as I do that, energy is going to pull them up, touch my shoulders, go back down, open those hands again. So you're going to relax in between, and let's do 10. 1. Open up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You guys look good. 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. Take a deep breath in, check in with those shoulders. Make sure they're not creeping up, right? Relax those shoulders. If you need to look around, loosen up that neck, go ahead and do that. I'm going to have you rest your forearms on your legs. Let's work our wrists just a bit. So we're just going to do that same thing, but really tiny here, right? And so right now I'm only working my wrists. And there's so many bones in this area and it gets stiff, especially with this cold morning weather. And so we want to work those muscles in the wrist. And so I'm letting my palms open, curling up. We won't do much more, one more. These muscles here can get fatigued pretty quickly. And bring your body back up, right? Palms facing me. Okay, we're gonna add a variation. We're gonna do our bicep curl up. From here, I'm gonna push up towards the sky. My palms twist facing each other. And then as I come back down, they rotate, facing back and back to the beginning. And we'll do this for a count of 8. 1, push it up, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one. Nice and strong energy here. And down. Nice. Let's do one more move for our wrists. I'm going to rest my forearms on my legs. This time, both palms are going to be facing an opposite direction. So one's down, one's up. And then I'm going to twist and rotate to the opposite direction. So I'm just twisting from side to side. And so this actually is helping to bring some lubrication into the wrist, but it's pumping it up the forearm all the way to the elbow. If you suffer from tennis elbow or some stiffness or arthritis, this helps loosen up that area. Let's do 2 more. 2, and go ahead and bring those hands back. We've got one more set of our bicep curls, and let's add a variation. So we're going to curl up, push up towards the sky. This time we're going to let those hands cascade down, but notice my palms are up the whole time. This is really going to be engaging those biceps, which is what our purpose is of the bicep curl. Bring it all the way down and back to that start. We don't want to go too fast. We really want to engage our muscles during this move. This one's for a count of 6. 1, push it up, palms facing up, nice and slow. Keep your abs engaged. And back here. 2, push it up. 3, 4, 5. Remember, if any of these are a little too much, you don't have to use weights. These are really vigorous exercises. 6, last one. Lots of energy, super slow, all the way down. And come back to your starting position. Nice. Let's go ahead and flip those palms over. Now my palms are facing down. I've got one hand on each knee. I'm going to lift my palms straight out in front of me and back down. And notice that when you lift them out, your abs engage, right? Your abs are having to hold these weights up. Also, the muscles in the back of your body. I can also feel it in these muscles in my arms. So my feet are nice and flat, body's nice and strong. Keep those ab muscles nice and tight. We're going to lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, good job. It's nice to know your body. If it hurts your shoulders, you can take it easy, or you can do without weights. Okay, our next set's going to be for a count of 8, but we're going to add a variation. We're going to lift them up. Once they're out flat, we're going to pull those elbows back and try to touch those shoulder blades together. Then we're going to push it back forward, lower back down. We'll do this for a count of 8. 1, lift up, pull it back, push it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice, good job. It's nice to know your body. If it hurts your shoulders, you can take it easy, or you can do without weights. Okay, our next set's going to be for a count of 8, but we're going to add a variation. We're going to lift them up. Once they're out flat, we're going to pull those elbows back and try to touch those shoulder blades together. Then we're going to push it back forward, lower back down. We'll do this for a count of 8. 1, lift up, pull it back, push it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7. This is a hard one, huh?
Coordination.
8. Push it and rest. Go ahead and take a short break. Whew. A lot of use of these little muscles up in the arm here. These muscles we don't use as often. So I see a couple people stretching. You can go ahead and move the body however it feels comfortable. In between these moves, if you feel any tension, just go ahead and stretch it out, right? All right. Whew. One last set. We're going to do a little bit different variation. So this time we're going to take these weights, and we did it without the weights in the beginning. We're going to lift them all the way up to the sky and all the way back down. Move as slow as it's comfortable for you. If it hurts your shoulder, you could do it without the weights or just lift as high as it feels comfortable. And then if you're not going all the way up, see if you can hold it. And as we come back down, wait for us and we'll go back down together. Let's do this for a count of 6. 1, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back down and take a rest. Now I notice when I bring my arms up, my shoulder wants to compensate and I feel it rising up. And so I've got a little tension in my neck. So I'm going to just kind of look from side to side, loosen up that muscle. Check in with your body, see how it's compensating to carry these weights. And let's put those weights to our sides now. And lift them up like airplanes and back down. And we'll do this for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and set those weights down. Let's check in if you need to move those shoulders, shake those wrists out. We don't want tension creeping in. Our next set, we're going to add a variation. We're going to lift those arms up like airplanes and then just flip them as if I've got that plate of food again. Rotate back down and back to the start. And we'll do this for a count of 8. 1, flip them up, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Nice, good job. Really working these arms today. Take a deep breath in, check with those shoulders. Go okay?
Yeah, I just don't want to strain it.
Yeah, I'll hold on just a moment.
Okay.
All right. Okay, weights are still down. We have one last set. This is going to be a count of 6, and let's add one more variation. You probably saw where this is going, right? We lift them up, flip them over our head, almost as if we're doing jumping jacks, right? Back down, twist, and down. We'll do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. Go ahead and set those weights down. Again, check in with the wrists, check in with the shoulders if you need to move them. Loosen them up. I'm going to ask you to scoot up just a bit so that you have a little bit of space between your legs and the chair. These moves are going to look very similar to what we did, but we're going to move our body forward. So what's happening as we do this, we're going to start engaging the muscles in the back of our body. So as I lean forward, I can lift these weights up like airplanes like we did, but I'm not going to rely so much on my little deltoid muscles. My whole back muscles are going to be engaged. And let's lift them up for a count of 10. 1, 2. It feels just a little easier, doesn't it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go ahead and set those weights down. If you need to sit up, to take a deep breath. Sometimes leaning forward restricts our breathing. So go ahead and take a deep breath in. We've got 2 more sets. We're going to lean our body back forward, grab those weights. This time when we lift up, let's lead with our elbows. So I'm going to pull my elbows up, right? And then I'm going to push them back down. So let's do this for a count of 8. 1, pull up the elbows, push them down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Push it down. Go ahead and take that breath, lifting the body up. Deep breath in. Let it out. All right. Last set's going to be for a count of 6, and we're going to combine the 2 now. So we're going to lift with the elbows, open up our airplane arms, come back, push down. So now we're doing the 2 in a combination, and we'll do this for a count of 6. 1, lift the elbows, open up, come back, push down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open up, push it down, and go ahead and take a breath here. Good work. You guys are working hard. We have a new participant today, and I think we're working you today, huh? Do you want to introduce yourself? Do you want to share who you are? Shar Crawford is joining us today. You might have seen some of her beautiful artwork here, correct?
Yeah, my husband painted all those things.
Oh, so her husband painted the paintings down the hall here at Vessel House.
Yeah. One I like is the ladder going up.
Very nice, nice. All right. So I'm going to move to 1 weight. You can keep both your weights. I'll show you the move and you can make that decision. I'm going to sit, I'm still on the edge of my chair and I still have this little bit of space between here. Both feet are pointed forward. I'm going to drop my hands right between here. And right now, I've got a little rock that's like bothering me. Right now, I'm just leaning forward just a little bit. So if you were to see me from the side, I'm just barely moving forward, right? Just a little ankle here. And just drop that weight down. From here, I'm going to lift that weight up over my head, bend the elbows so that weight can touch my shoulder blades, bring it back up towards the sky and back forward. Again, not a super deep bend yet. Let's do this for a count of 10. 1, pull it up, tap the shoulders, back up. 2, tap the shoulders. 3, 4, 5, 6, super high. Stretch out those abs too as you do this. 7, am I counting right? 8, 9, 10. Tap the shoulders up. Let's go all the way back down. Rest that weight and bring your body up. Okay. So our next move, we're going to add a little variation. This time my weight's down on the ground. I'm actually going to dip that low. So I'm actually dipping all the way down where my weight can touch the ground. Now I feel my legs engaged, right? I feel an opening in the thigh because I'm dipping down so deep, and the back of my hamstrings are engaged in this lift. So I'm going to push with my feet, push my body up, tap those shoulders, and back all the way down, tap the ground. That's just 6. 8. That was 1. This is 2. 3, push against those feet. 4, push against the ground. 5, 6, 7, 8, And all the way back down. Let that weight rest. Bring the body up and take a breath. Check to make sure you're breathing as you do these moves. Sometimes we hold our breath. I see jackets coming off. All right, we're going to do that move one more time. You can leave your feet right where they're at if that felt comfortable for you. If you want to challenge yourself, we're going to open those feet just a bit more. So now when I go down, I'm really going super low. This might be a little too deep for you. You can decide. You can keep your feet where they were, or you can widen them. I'm going to still push against my feet, lift my body up, tap my shoulders and back. And we'll do this for 6. 1. All the way down. 2. Kind of like our cherry pickers, huh? 3. Halfway there. 4. 5. 6. All the way back down to that start. And pull those feet back in if you have a wide stance. Take that deep breath in. Look at the shoulders, check in, making sure they're not creeping up. Relax them again. Let's go ahead and grab that weight. I still have one weight. I'm going to take this weight and I'm going to make a circle around my head. So I've got, this is my right hand. I'm going to take my right hand almost as if I'm going to look underneath my arm, bring that weight behind me, drop it down, still looking underneath my left arm now and bring it in front of me. So I've got this big figure 8 over my head, but I want to try to open up my shoulder as much so I feel this nice stretch across my core here. All right. So we're going to do this for a count of 10. So go ahead and have your weights in your hands. And I saw some of you trying that. Nice. It feels good. So let's do 10. 1, all the way around our head. 2, 3, 4. Nice way to open up the shoulders. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And go ahead and rest in the center here. So we have to go the other way and we have to be balanced. So we're going to do 10 again. So go ahead and take that deep breath, check in, making sure those shoulders aren't creeping up. And let's go the other way. So think about it right now. You have to start the other direction. We'll do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Open up those arms. 7. Look underneath if you're able to. 8, 9, 10. All the way back to the center. Good job. All right. Go ahead and find that other weight. So we have both weights. I can wait. You need to take off your.
I want to see what you're going to do.
Okay, so we're going to do our side. So we started working our core just a bit there. So now we're going to move to our core muscle. So I'm going to be doing this side. So you can decide which weights you want to use as you move side to side. All right. So now we're using these core muscles. So I'm going to dip down. Now I could use my biceps, right, to pull this up, but I want to use these muscles here. So my opposite arm is up, tucked as high as it can. I'm going to shift to the other side. And as I do, I'm going to feel my muscles from my one side of my body shift over to the other side. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And pull both those weights up, rest them on your legs. Good job. Nice. Deep breath in. Still working the core here. I'm going to have both my weights. I'm going to rest them on the outside of one knee. I'm going to shift them from one side to the other. Again, I could use my biceps and I could just bicep my weights from one side, but I want to use my core. So visualize this core muscle shifting from one side to the other. We'll do this for 10. 1, shift it from one side to the other. 2, 3, you should feel your abs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And pull both those weights up, rest them on your legs. Good job. Nice. Deep breath in. Still working the core here. I'm going to have both my weights. I'm going to rest them on the outside of one knee. I'm going to shift them from one side to the other. Again, I could use my biceps and I could just bicep my weights from one side, but I want to use my core. So visualize this core muscle shifting from one side to the other. We'll do this for 10. 1, shift it from one side to the other. 2, 9, 10. And bring it back to the center. Nice. So when I did that move, I feel my abs way down low. So our next move, we're going to pass these weights to someone behind us. And now when I use my muscles, I'm going to be feeling my abs, these muscles up a little higher and to the side. And so let's pass these weights to the person behind us for a count of 10. 1, pass it to that person, bring it back, other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back to center. Whew, take a deep breath in. I see people warming up here. All right.
The air's warming up too.
It is. It's warming up. Thank you, Sparky. It's hard with the long sleeves on.
This one's good.
Yeah,
I have too many layers.
So
that
many
stick
layers.
to each other.
They tell us that's how we should dress in layers, right? So you can slowly take those layers off.
Absolutely.
I'm going to turn sideways so on Zoom you can see me, and even you back here. So I'm going to put my weights close to my body, and I'm going to start in this downward position. And from here, I'm going to lift my body and these weights up. Again, I can push and use my legs. I'm going to ask you to use your hamstrings and your glutes. So visualize these back muscles pulling your body up. So almost as if you're like tightening these muscles. Also think about your pelvic floor. So we have these muscles inside, keeping everything up and in place. And we want to strengthen those muscles. As we get older, they become a little more relaxed, and we want to keep that nice and strong. And so you can go ahead and lean forward. Weights are close to the body, and we're going to lift up for 10. Again, don't use your legs. Don't push against the ground. Use the muscles in the back of your legs and your glutes. 1, push up or pull up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and all the way back down. Nice. Same move, only now I'm going to let those arms drop down. So now, because my arms are out, these weights actually feel a little heavier. And so I'm going to lift that body up, but I'm just going to let my hands hang next to my legs. So I'm not doing this lift yet. They're just going to stay pointing down, and I lift my body up. Again, let's use these glutes and these hamstrings. And let's do this for a count of 8. 1, 2. This helps us get up and out of our chair, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and go back down. Let's go ahead and take a break right here. Let those weights, bring that body up, take a deep breath in. All these exercises are functional exercises, which means they help you function in life a little easier. These moves are designed to match your regular movement in life. All right, so we've got one more set. This last set's going to be for a count of 6. And this is our challenging one. I always save the challenging one for last. I'm going to grab these weights. This time when I pull that body up, my arms are going to pivot. And so it's almost like I have a fulcrum, and this just stays straight out. This is a lot harder. If this is challenging and it hurts your back, go ahead and keep those weights close to the body. If you're able to do this, you can have those arms out straight. You can also do this without weights too. This works just as well. So I'm engaging the core, also engaging these back muscles. Let's do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and give the body a break. Take a deep breath in. If you need to move anything, neck around.
Or remove anything.
Or remove anything. You guys are getting warm now. All right, take a deep breath in. All right, let's go ahead and set these weights down. And I'm pushing mine back to the side so that I don't accidentally kick them as I move my feet around. All right, yes, now we're gonna, are you okay with that? Do I need to move it?
think I'm good. I can always go this way a little.
I didn't want you in the bushes though. I can,
I think I'm okay.
okay, okay. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate you guys being careful with the chairs. I lose my privilege here. All right, so now we're engaging our legs. All right, so we did some lifts already, but we're gonna actually lift these legs up, but this time I'm gonna engage my core. So if you want to, you can hang onto the chair. You can put your hands on your hips, however it feels comfortable for you, but we're just gonna lift that knee up as high as we can, drop it back down. Lift that other knee up, and let's do this for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and down. Now, notice, check in with your body. See if you're starting to curl forward. Sometimes when we lift that leg, our body wants to compensate, right? So we start coming forward. That's when it's nice to have your hands on the chair because then you can actually lift that body up, right? Keep that body nice and straight. So now we're going to challenge our legs a little more. I'm going to lift that knee up and I'm going to push it out. And so I'm going to turn sideways so my friends on Zoom can see this. So knee comes up, push, almost as if, remember, we push that wall away. I'm going to push that wall away, bring that knee back up before it comes down. And we'll do this for 10. And 10 is going to include both the right and the left. So 1, push it out, bring it back. Other side. 2, push, push. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might feel a little kink in the knee here, right?
I was
Last
feeling
one.
in the hip.
10 on the hip and back. All right. So some say it's in the knee, some say it's in the hip. Let's go ahead. You can open up those hips. Go ahead and scoot to the front and just open up those legs a bit. Open up this area here. We spend a lot of time sitting or driving. The hips get super tight. And so yeah, they could feel a little kink right there. You can open it up. Figure 4s are nice. All right. So now I'm going to take that leg. I'm going to lift it up. And we've done this before. Just visualize maybe there's a dog or someone laying right there. I'm going to step over that dog, tap the foot, bring it back. And let's do one side, then the other side for a count of 10. 1, bring it back. Let's step over the other dog. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got a big dog there, Kathy. 9. You got a big dog there. 10. And back.
It's the nature of dogs being
It's the
under
nature
your
of dogs.
leg.
Sometimes they
In your
jump up
way.
in the middle of it, right? All right, so now we're going to do our dogs at the same time, right? Feet are starting in the middle. I'm going to step out, tap, and bring it back. This is hard to do without holding on because I like to slide back. And also, again, my body likes to curl down. So I'm going to hang onto my chair, bring my body forward. If you need to, you're more than welcome to lean back. Let the chair help support you because we're working the legs still. So if you want that extra support today, go ahead and use that chair to help support you during this move if you need it. If you want more challenging for the abs, keep the body forward. And I'm going to lock my elbows behind me to keep my back nice and straight. And let's do this for 10. 1, tap, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm sliding. 8,
You have slippery pants
9,
on.
10, and back. And take a breath. Whew, take a breath in here. All right. Let's step these legs apart. I'm going to make sure that I'm nice and sturdy in my chair, though. And check your chair, because sometimes if you push against your legs, your chair might slide. You want to make sure you're staying nice and safe here. All right. These are our cherry pickers. So my legs are a nice wide stance here. Knees and toes are pointing forward. I'm going to lift my arms up Extend up, lifting that rib cage up. Pull those rib cages up off your hips. Turn towards one leg. You can choose any leg you'd like. And let's lean over that leg. Again, be careful. Watch that chair. We don't want it sliding out. Let's walk our hands to the other leg. Bring those arms up. And as you do so, feel these muscles pulling that body up. Lifting up tall. Let's go down. We're going to do this for 5. This is number 2. Pull that heavy body up. Lift up. 3. Walking across. Pulling up. 4. Walking across. 5. Lifting up. We have one more? I think one more. Let's go all the way fast. And bring those arms up. Lift them up nice and tall. Lift that rib cage up. Let's turn face that opposite foot. And let's go down. 1. Walk arms across. Bring that heavy body up. 2. 3. 4. If you're getting dizzy, just go ahead and take a break. 5. Last one. Sometimes dipping our head down super low can cause some dizziness. Arms up. And rest those hands down. Nice. Deep breath in. If you're feeling dizzy, rest those shoulders back. Feel your feet against the earth, hands on your legs. That's going to help calm that body down. All right. Let's open those arms up like airplanes. My legs are still nice and wide. I'm going to take my left hand, go down, touch my right ankle, shin, or maybe you just want to do your knee if you want to keep your head up high. That's okay. And you can just do your knees if that feels good. If you're able to go all the way down, these are our windmills. Let's do 10. 1. Tap. Let's do the other side. 2. 3. 4. 5. Halfway there. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Let's do the other leg. Bring those arms up, open them up. Feel the chest opening up. Feel that energy extending through both hands, extending out. And dropping those hands down. Nice. Let's pull those legs back together. Good job. We're going to move into our figure 4 stretch. I'm going to go ahead and take one leg and put that ankle on the opposite knee. And again, don't let that body move forward. Shift that body up. Straight spine. That might be enough to stretch that hip. If you feel like you're able to, go ahead and tilt forward. We're not rolling. Don't let the back round. Back is nice and straight. Just lean forward. Maybe just looking down is all you need to stretch that hip out. Breathe into this space that feels tight. And bring that body up. We're going to move our legs into a cross position. You can cross them or you can just cross your ankles, however it feels good for you. I'm going to do a nice spinal twist here now that we're nice and warmed up. So I'm going to turn and grab the back of my chair and look behind me. You can say hi to those people behind you. And come back forward. And let's twist the opposite way. And come back forward. Nice. And let's release that leg. It's buzzing you now. Okay, it's
Like you're red. Go over here next.
let's go ahead and put that other ankle up. Again, lift that rib cage up, right? We pull that leg up and we want to kind of crunch down. Keep that spine nice and straight. Lift that rib cage up. All of us have a different flexibility too. I'm not very flexible. So my knees up pretty high. I'm going to go ahead and lean forward. Breathe into that tight space. You might feel some tension in the hip. Just breathe into that, loosening it up. Check the back. Make sure you're not rounding. That's going to stretch that back. And we're not working on that right now. We're working on the hip. And bring your body up. Let that leg cross. Let's do our spinal twist again. So either direction, just turn around and look behind you. And come back forward. Let's look the other way. back forward. Go ahead and uncross those legs. Nice. I'm going to have you take your hands, put one on one shoulder, one on the other shoulder. In this position here, let's just look over our right shoulder or our left. Bring your heads back forward, look over the opposite shoulder. Come back forward. Let's do that 2 more times. You can move at a pace that feels good to you, not too fast. We don't want to kink the neck. Nice and slow, just looking over one shoulder than the other. With your hands crossed, can you put your palms together? Is that too tight for you? You can just kind of lift them off your shoulders, put them close. That's okay. From here, lift those elbows up. Now we're getting that stretch across the back of our shoulders, right? Now we're stretching our back. And pull those arms back down. Still in front of you if you're able to. Let's look up. And look down. Look up. Sometimes these moves look so simple, right? Until you put your body into these positions. Look down. And release those arms. Nice. Go ahead and shake those hands out. All right. We've got just a few minutes. I thought it would be nice to get our heart rate moving before we end, right? All right. So let's go ahead and let's walk in place. And it's a nice comfortable walk. Move those arms. When you shift those arms, that gets that core moving. And when the core moves, that heartbeat pumps a little faster, moving blood just a little bit faster through the body, getting it to those hard to reach places. Let's pick up that pace. If you feel like you're able to, lift those knees a little higher. Take some strength to move those knees, those heavy legs up. Move a little faster. And if you want to, you can let the chair hold you. You can still get that heart rate moving up if it's difficult for you to hold your body up today. And let's go a little faster. And a little faster. We're gonna run. You know, I joke, you know, and I used to do like the 5Ks, the small runs. I'd get tired at the end, but I'd see that finish line, and I knew there was a picture to be taken. So that's the time I so let's get past that finish line. Woo, as fast as you can. And we're gonna slow it down. Slow it down. And let's come to a stop. Woo, take a deep breath in. Hopefully your heart rate was increased just a bit. Maybe you can feel it. You can feel your heart beating, or you can check the pulse. It's good to strengthen the heart, and we do that by pumping it, making it work hard. But we want to slow it back down. So relax those shoulders. Again, feel your feet on the ground, hands on your legs. Find that connection to the earth. Slow that body down. All right, we're going to move to our jumping jacks, and you have some options here. You can just do the legs like we did before. You can do the legs and the arms. You can just do the arms. You could also use the back of the chair. We're going to do 40 jumping jacks. So find a place that's comfortable for you and make sure you're not going to kick anything. Look around you and let's do 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can follow me or do your own pace. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Halfway there. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. You guys look good. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and rest. Woo, good job. Okay, check in again. Your heart might be beating a little faster because we've already did one exercise. And so it's going to go up a little faster sooner, but you can still slow it down. Strengthens the heart to pump it up and slow it down. Pump it up, slow it down. Same thing in real life, right? That person cuts you off, your heart rate goes up. You have to be able to slow it down. It's not healthy to keep that raised elevation of cortisol being released. Relax it, relax the shoulders. Deep breath in, feel the body relax. Nice. All right. One last stretch before we end. Let's go ahead and bring the body forward. We started with this stretch. This is our full body stretch. I'm going to add one modification here. So this is our qigong. And visualize I've got this really big t-shirt and the t-shirt's hanging down. I'm going to grab the edge of that t-shirt and lift it up over my body, pulling that t-shirt off. Arms opening as wide as you can so you feel that chest opening. Leave those hands back as you move forward. And then I come back and grab that t-shirt. And let's do a few of these, lifting up, opening up. Let's do 3. You can do it on your own pace. Grabbing that end of the t-shirt, opening up. You can look up if it feels good to loosen up the neck. But leave those hands back. If you want to open up those palms, you can. That's going to help release the shoulders. Reach down, grab that t-shirt, lifting up, opening up, looking up. I'm going to do one more. It just feels really super good. Rest those hands on your knees. Check in with your body. Nice stance here. Check in, make sure there's no tight spots. Check in with the shoulders, making sure they weren't crawling up. Relax them. Feet are flat on the ground. Hands, you can feel them resting on the knees. Deep breath in and out. All right. Yay.